now if I call you an African, I think you are happy
Yeah.
to be
Yeah,
an African.
yeah, yeah.
But way back,
Yeah.
when you've never experienced Africa before,
Right.
when they call you an African in the West or maybe at the West, how do you feel?
No, it's as a teenager, it wasn't a compliment. It was that you. It meant that you were probably dark,
Yeah,
that your hair was a little bit tighter,
right.
that yeah, that basically it was looks.
Yeah,
And true that there are some people I know growing up with, they look like the people that I'm bumping into here.
yeah,
So yeah, it should have been a compliment, and it
But
should have been a very accurate statement.
right.
But we were taught to think it was funny, and it was a joke.
Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Aklevi. As usual, we are here bridging gap between African and diasporas as a whole. You know, today we have our father, we have our mother who is here in Ghana, and we want them to also share their experience with us. So, mom,
yes,
dad,
yes, yes.
All
now
right.
that you are in Africa, I will first of all say congratulations for
Thank you.
making it in Africa
Yeah.
and also coming to explore Africa. At least those negativities that we've been hearing about Africa, you didn't listen to it. You guys are in Africa.
That's right.
So wow, now that we've started, why don't you just tell us your mission, why you came to Africa, how you were able to discover Africa?
Well, it started with me, of course. 2019, I came to Africa with my cousin, and I guess I stayed almost a month here, and I was in Tema, and I kind of like saw my dad and saw things that my dad did when I was younger, and something just touched me. Like, this is where you're supposed to be. So I called him up to tell him I wasn't coming back home.
Ooh.
Ooh, ooh.
How is that
Yeah.
possible?
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
it's possible.
that
you
was my question exactly. Yeah.
So when I called him up, he said, "Why don't you give me an opportunity to come and see what it's like? But you gotta come home." So I went home. I went back home.
Now he's begging to come back home.
Yeah.
No,
Now
no
he's
begging.
begging. Yeah.
No begging.
Yeah. And what happened after that, babe? What happened after that?
No, then COVID set in.
Yeah.
And then after COVID, I had a chance to come. So in 2022, Brenda came for 4 weeks. I came for 3. And it didn't take long to say, okay, the roads are junky and the electricity is spotty. But
And the water's on
and
every
the
now and then.
water is on and off.
But we knew all
re-
that before coming.
Yeah.
We knew all that.
But that was a realization that that's a discomfort, but it's not a deal breaker. And so we could make it through. So made the decision, we can do this.
Yeah.
So in 2022, we started planning. So we spent 2 years planning our exit out of the United States. Yeah.
You know, we normally say something in Akan dialects called Sankofa. Sankofa means if you have to go back and then to go and get the old stuff and so forth. So now I think I have to go back because I was supposed to ask you guys to introduce yourself before we
It's okay.
we continue.
It's
Not a
okay.
problem. Not a
Don't
not a
even
problem.
worry about
Yeah.
it. And I'm pretty sure they don't care.
Yeah, probably
Yeah.
I want my people to also know you guys
Yeah.
too as well.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
So who
Well,
are
I'm,
those
I'm
people?
Brenda Belcher, and I'm the wife of Dr. Belcher. And I'll give you a little bit about myself, just a little bit.
Yeah.
We're both educators, and I'm into other things like fashions, stuff of that nature, and art,
Ooh.
and the community. Yeah, in the community. So I'm in a lot to the point where I'm saying right now. I thought I was coming to Africa to relax and chill out. There's so much to do here till it's not funny. It's so much to do here. So, but I'm here. I love it, and I'm just a spicy old lady here. That's it. Just always doing something. You know?
Always.
Chef,
Oh,
you have something to say?
Anyway, not a lot. When no.
yeah, you do.
She mentioned we're both educators.
Yes.
part of my education experience was teaching African American history and learning about especially West African history. So I had some information, but it was all book long. It wasn't it wasn't hands on.
Yeah.
So coming over here gives a chance to see what's actually happening and to hear from people
Right.
here as to what has happened and get an idea of what can happen. So and then there was always the connection, even when christening children would give them African names. So it was always there. But coming here said we had a chance to see for ourselves
Yeah.
and not have to rely on the news
Right.
or other people's interpretations.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so get a first-hand account.
Well, Mom, I think you made mention of you coming to Africa. You saw like what your dad was doing when you were in the state. Can you just tell us about what your dad was doing by then when you were in the state?
What my dad was what?
Yeah,
Doing.
What was he doing to make me see?
Right.
Well, see, there in anywhere you go, there's a country girl and there's a city girl.
Right.
I was a country girl, and I say that to say that my dad was an entrepreneur, and he owned a barbershop, and he rented out spaces, but he he actually took spaces for garden, say a plot, okay, and we worked that plot,
Right.
and we harvested those vegetables, and we sold those vegetables for school clothes and everything. Yeah, see, I know I'm gonna. You got to tell me. Not only that, he was a hunter and he fished. He did fishing and hunting. So I didn't get store-bought food until I was like 15, 16 maybe.
Ooh.
Everything was from the land. We live. So that is self within itself, right there. But you guys call them ground nuts.
Yeah.
We call them peanuts. Well, I knew of those. We harvest those,
Right.
and we put them up top of the the shed to dry out. So I consider myself a country girl. I didn't live in. I wish I had a place like this. I would have
Yeah.
loved that because right now, what the place we're building,
Yeah.
I told them there's not enough bush around me.
Mhm.
But when I saw this person was the height of my father when I was here in 2019.
Right.
He was the height of my father. It was a very emotional moment for me. But then I just knew that, hey, I'm supposed to be here. The chickens and we had hogs,
Right.
pigs and stuff like. We didn't have them, but Dad brought them home, and So I could adapt very easily here, and I came from raised up in a community. Now, if you go ask my grandchildren, they know nothing about their community. I mean, they know, but it's not like my mom sent me down the street to get a cup of sugar, or when Daddy fished and got 100 fish, he would take it in the neighborhood and share it.
Ooh.
So I was raised that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we took in people off the street. He would bring people home and tell my mom, fix him a pallet on the floor, or put some more in the pot to cook. So that's the way I was raised. So coming here was like very easy for me to adapt.
Well, it looked like what you were saying was kind of. Can I say if your father has lived in Africa before?
No,
Because those are the similarities about what Africans we normally do and so forth. We believe in family values and so forth. We believe in helping people in a community and so forth. So I don't know if your dad has lived in Africa before.
no, but his foreparents did. So it's just something that he grew up on a farm. You see what I'm saying?
Oh,
His parents were on a farm.
yeah.
So it goes back, and he didn't lose that. And he tried to teach all. I come from a family of seven. My sister's here. I come from a family of seven. And I think myself and another sister just adjusted to all that and loved all that. But he didn't forget what he was taught. Yeah.
But, and also understand the time too. When she comes here to see someone who looks like her dad. Her dad has been deceased
Yeah,
for a
he's
very
gone.
long
He's
time.
been gone.
He'd been gone for a long time.
Yeah.
But also, her dad was an older gentleman. So when do you know when his birthday might have been?
No, but I know Dad would be over 100 now.
Okay,
He would
so
be way over 100 now.
let's say that because my parents were born in 1917 and 1919. So if their parents lived to be 65, which I know they lived to be longer,
Yeah.
then that means that that would take you back to like 1850. So in 1850, there's still people enslaved in the United States.
Right.
So that's only like their parents or their grandparents. And so the way that people survived was carried over, much of it, and then people did what they could do, right?
To survive.
So when she's describing what was like in the rural area, then I'm saying it wasn't that far from when people were forced to do that kind of stuff, and they're surviving the best they can. She's country girl.
All the way. Yeah.
I'm as city as you
He's
can
a
get.
city boy.
Well, just like
City.
my Canadian clients, you know, the lady is a country woman, and also the man is a city boy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
sometimes when they meet, they tease each other and so forth.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, permit me if I call you dad and mom, because in Africa that's how we
No
tend
problem.
to-
I've gotten used to it.
Yeah.
So
Thank you.
you know, I know you guys are educationists. So you also made mention of coming to Africa. You came to learn other things, to learn African history and so forth in Africa. Now that you are in Africa, what was the result? What history have you learned so far about Africa?
Still working on that part. But one of the things that so far that has stood out for me is the sense of community and how clan ties into chiefdom and how that ties into local social structure. So, and seeing the split between the political and the social and economic, it's a lot different here than elsewhere. The learning a little bit about local history, and particularly like the Akan people, just getting some information. You know, I may have heard it, but to be sitting in the middle of it is a little bit different. To see the difference between the Ga, the Fanti, and the Asante, just picking that up real time is a lot different than learning it in a book.
Right.
Yeah. So still learning. Well, I've only been here for 15 months.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I got a lot to go.
We got the rest of our lives to go.
Yeah.
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 Well,
But the thing about it, another thing that's very, very visible here is family. And in fact, we figured out what was wrong with across the ocean, what's wrong with the whole structure of it.
right.
Because no,
The whole thing.
now listen to this, people. No, but we see that family is valued here, and even extended family, because we're extended family. We have a family. We have a family here in Tema that let me tell you about this. The family that I'm with in Tema, when I came in 2029, my nephew Kojo was a driver. Okay,
Yeah.
and we just attached to each other. All of the workers, I go watch them do fufu. I was out while everybody else was in the house. I was outside. Okay, teach me how to do this. But the thing about it, he and I just stuck together. We've been knowing each other for 5 years now, and so that in itself. And when we came, they said, "No, this is your home."
Right.
So that's when we came. We came to their home.
Yeah.
We came to their home, and so we know we have family here. I can call him up. He's in Accra. I can call him up right now and say, "Look, Kojo, this is going down. Guess what? In 5 minutes, somebody's knocking at my door to give us what we need." And so that's how he take care of us.
They're always there for you.
Yeah. He always, the family is always. And so when we go to Accra, we have a room, we're at home, and that's it. So So family here, the structure is much stronger. Um, people, I've crossed people when people are not happy, but the majority of the people I see, they're happy. You know, they're struggling,
Hmm.
but they're happy.
Yeah.
So that just tells me a lot, and it just makes me want to be here because I don't want to be among those that are doing well. I don't want to be. That's not where I want to be. I don't want to be there. I know you look at
Yeah.
me. Oh, look at me, really crazy. Like, wait a
No,
minute, woman.
you
Wait.
know what you are saying, you know, amazed me a lot because I've had so many experiences interviewing diasporas and so forth. But I think what you are saying is kind of extraordinary for me because you are kind of, even though everybody love the motherland, but your story is another touching story that I have to pay attention to it and then listen. Each and every day we learn from people's stories and so forth, people's
Hmm.
experiences and so forth. So I need to pay attention and listen to the story because it's kind of obvious. You coming to Ghana, meeting somebody, and then the person will just want you in their family and so forth. It's a blessing. I will put it that way.
Hmm.
It's a
Yeah.
blessing.
You know, as we talk to people on our YouTube channel, the first thing we tell them, well, not the first thing, but most often we're telling them, once you find someone here that cares about you, you don't have to worry about anything. They're gonna be with you. They're gonna make sure that you get what you need. They're gonna make sure nobody's trying to get over on you. They're gonna make sure you're getting to your destination. They're gonna call you while you're driving to your destination. You know, it's just a safety caution because I had to get used to that. I go, why do they keep calling and say, "Are you there yet?" You know, and then when you get there, make sure you call. Then I had to get used to the culture, just taking care of us. So I tell Doc all the time.
So does it mean that what you are saying in the West, they don't do that?
Well, when you leave,
Mm.
you come over to the house and it's late, it's raining. We'll say, let us know that you got home safely.
Yeah, we would do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if you call me and say, hey, my dog died, then maybe we come over and sit with you. But
I wouldn't.
there is a closeness there, certainly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
But
closeness
it's a
here.
little bit different
It's just
here
stronger here.
because it's just you're connected to the entire family. Over there, you might be connected to me and Grenda, but if you stay around
Yeah.
with us for years,
Then
then the children will get to know you. But here, it happens much faster, where if you come in through the brother, the sister will welcome you in, the dad and mom will welcome you in
Right.
also. It's a little bit different
Yeah.
over there.
Yeah. But I want to ask few questions about what you are saying. What is so special about people in Ghana comparing to the West? And secondly, sometimes when diasporas normally come to Africa or Ghana per se, and then they see Ghanaians rushing on them and also like teaching them certain things, sometimes they feel very uncomfortable dealing with those people and so forth. So, in any culture or maybe in any country, I normally say there's negative and also positive aspects of it. Sometimes the diasporas normally think in a negative way, but some Africans doesn't also think in those negatives. How do you know, or maybe how would the African or maybe people that are around you will know that they are not trying to offend you or they are rather making you happy?
Yeah. The key phrase there is some,
Yeah.
because you'll run into some people who want to take advantage of you,
Right.
but that's some. Most of the people, just like in the United States, would have your best interests at heart. But there are some who know they're out to get what you got
Right.
one way or another. And that's all over. That's the colonizer did a number on us
Yeah.
and
Well, it's
on
yeah.
Africa.
Normally I
They did
normally
them
say
both.
that the dog that bites you is the same dog that bites us too as well.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's a good one.
he bit us in a lot of places.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's there. But what you find here is that folks are genuinely interested in your well-being. And that's not unusual. That happens over there. But again, here it comes with a whole family, and there it comes with individual until you get to know the family. But here it's more immediate.
Yeah,
It's just as sincere on both sides of the ocean.
yeah, but on this side of the ocean, like you said, there's a unit.
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
whereas see, I think the thing is across the ocean, people are moving so fast. People are just moving so fast till they lose sight of what family should be. Because everybody's out doing their own little thing, and that's it.
Right.
They're just doing their own little thing. As opposed, okay, you go into our family in Tema, everybody's there. Everybody's just there. and even Esther, my niece, she works, right? But she's gonna make sure that, hey, I took the day off. Hey, she's gonna be there. She's gonna be there. So it's just more. You see,
Well,
you can feel more family here.
It's the difference between the original and one that's a very good copy. In the States, we are very, very good copies, but this is the original
This is where
over here.
This is where
So,
it started.
yeah, so everything that when we got on the boat, we didn't lose everything.
Right.
We kept a lot, and then we had to adapt in order to keep it and use it.
Right.
Over here, you still had to adopt to the colonizer, but you were able to keep a lot of who you were as a people. And then over there, if there's four of us here, we may have come from four different places,
Right.
and we now have to learn to live together. And you can see the disjointedness. You can see that, yeah, we come from the same stock. Oh, sorry about that.
No,
We
it's
come
fine.
from the same stock, but we've had to struggle to keep what was original. Yeah, here, some struggle, a lot of struggle, a couple hundred years of struggle,
Right.
but still, you know who your great grandparents were. You know what clan they belonged to. You know what battles they fought. You know when they surrendered or when they won. They don't have a clue. Yeah.
Yeah.
When all of that stuff is gone.
that is
Yeah.
So it's kind of maybe in America, it's full of individual stuffs in America. You know that individualistic things are more common in America than
Well,
Africa.
well, a lot. But remember, when you look at the values of a country,
Right.
America prides itself on its individualism.
That's a good way to put
And a
it.
lot of us bought into that.
But that's
yeah.
what it was an influence, and
Yeah.
yeah. That's a good way to put it. We were colonized also, but when we saw what and I'm going to say all of us saw what they had, okay, and we thought that's what we should have, and we lost a lot. We lost a hell of a lot. And
That's the integration.
yeah. See, when I told you I was raised where I was raised,
Yeah.
I had a community of all blacks. All you couldn't go over that line because whites were over there. Okay?
Yeah.
And so some big person thought, okay, let's just merge all this together. And when they did that, we started losing ourselves. And it got weaker and weaker and weaker as time went on. And so over here, the ones over here, to figure out why, well, let's keep them over there, but let's put them over there, and let's bring some drugs into the neighborhood, let's do this. So it was hard. It was really hard for people there. and as far
It's
as I'm
still
concerned,
hard.
I was going to say, and it is still hard. And the thing is that I'm praying and hoping that our sisters and brothers over there can see us and see other people and know that it's okay to be here,
Yeah.
because we're needed here. We're needed here, and it's not. This is the best place. It's the best place. I can't influence folks to come, but just know it's great to be here. It's just great to be
Yeah.
here.
As a young person, as you know, till before graduating from high school, to be called an African was not a compliment. You know, like he looks like an African, and we were taught that was not a good thing.
Yeah.
And till we got a little more information. Now, is that everybody? No, there was somebody's parents teaching somebody somewhere
Yeah.
that hey, that's not a good thing. But it's the standard that was there was to up yourself individually and look like those other people. And so that was a lot of it. But like she grew up in a rural environment that was like that. I grew up in a city that had more than 1 million people, and it had pockets of African American people in it. Where it's in my neighborhood, doctor, lawyer, dentist, pharmacist, grocery store
Well, we
owner,
had that
gas
too.
station.
We had
Yeah,
that too.
but I'm
We
in
had
the
a black
city.
city.
But I'm saying in the
Yeah,
city,
yeah.
all of those were people who looked like me.
Right.
When integration happened in the late 60s and early 70s, that began to fall apart to some extent. People were now able to move elsewhere, and they did.
Where'd you
But
go?
when they moved, a lot of the cohesiveness was lost. Yeah. Um, so that here, you know, most of the people were still in it. They didn't move out. So now we diasporans come, and then we're building these places that look like, we got money.
Right.
And
We don't
no,
have,
we
we don't
just
have any money.
we just
Well,
We
saved
don't have
up.
money.
Yeah,
well,
we just saved
no,
up, and
no,
we could
no,
build a bigger
normally I
spot.
normally says it is a mindset of some Africans.
Mhm.
Sometimes they think when you are from the Western world, you
You
bring
got
money, you bring this. So
Right.
sometimes the mindset.
yeah.
Now that we are also making videos,
Mhm.
coaching people, telling people the real truth about them.
Yeah.
Now they are changing a whole
Right.
lot of things.
Keep telling them.
Yes,
Yeah.
but I still want to ask a very critical question over here.
Mhm.
Way back when they call you an African, how now if I call you an African, I think you are happy
Yeah.
to be
Yeah.
an African.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Way back
Yeah.
when you've never experienced Africa before,
Right.
when they call you when they call you an African
Mhm.
in the West or maybe
Mhm.
at the West, how
Mhm.
do you feel?
No, it's as a teenager, it wasn't a compliment. It was that you. It meant that you were probably dark,
Yeah,
that your hair was a little bit tighter,
right.
that that basically it was looks.
Yeah,
And true that there are some people I know growing up with, they look like the people that I'm bumping into here.
yeah,
So yeah, it should have been a compliment, and it
But
should have been a very accurate statement.
right.
But we were taught to think it was funny, and it was a joke.
Yeah. So when they call you that name,
Yeah,
how do you react to it?
and you sort of, if you were a fighting person,
Yeah.
maybe you fight. But if
city
you
boys don't fight.
otherwise you just yeah, ha ha ha, and I'll get you back. It's one of those. And, or if that was it. But remember, the picture of Africa when I was a teenager
Yeah.
was a guy named Tarzan.
Tarzan.
You ever
Yeah.
heard of the
Yeah.
Tarzan story?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
all
That
we
was
saw.
it.
That's all we saw.
Yeah. So it was the person who had a loincloth on
Playing with
that
monkeys and stuff.
and the natives who didn't know what the hell was going on. So no, you didn't want to be that.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
all you saw.
So, you made mention of Tarzan movie,
Yeah.
and I am talking to two people that practice education.
Yeah, keep going. I see where
Yes.
go ahead.
I just want to ask you
Mm-hmm.
a challenging question.
Go.
If Africa fail, you
If
also,
Africa
if Africa fail,
failed,
yes,
okay,
you are part of it.
okay. Mm-hmm.
I'm part of it.
Yes.
So now that you know the truth
Mm-hmm.
about Africa,
Mm-hmm.
now you've learned a whole history about Africa.
Mm-hmm.
You've read so many stories about Africa.
Mm-hmm.
Now people are portraying movies like Tarzan
Mm-hmm.
to people at the West, still portraying Africa in a bad way.
Yeah.
You being an educationist,
Mm-hmm.
what are you going to do to change those people that have this negative mindset about Africa?
That's why our YouTube channel is called The Belcher's Appreciative Eye. And so what we've tried to do is to film the everyday experiences that we have, the everyday challenges and triumphs that we have, and to put it out there for people to see. Um, we've had our 3 adult daughters over here already. Son is planning to come.
Ooh,
Next is to get the grandchildren and the great grandsons
the
over.
whole family is
So
moving.
yeah, so we try. I don't know about moving, but at least get them here so they can see. So you start at home, and then you hold the mirror up so that people can see what you see, and it's not what a lot of them learned. There's roads and bridges, there's skyscrapers, um, name it. If you want it, it's here. You know, Accra reminds me of any big city in the United States. Roads are stinky, but still, any big city in the United States, if you want big city, go to Accra.
Right.
If you want seaside town,
Come
come
to
to
Cape
Cape Coast.
Coast.
It's here.
Yeah.
But many people don't realize that. I used to teach high schoolers, and I would show them videos. You know how on YouTube you can find the 10 best cities in Africa or whatever?
Right.
I would show them that, and they were amazed
There you
that
go.
that's Africa? Yeah, that's Africa. And so that's even before we are talking about coming this way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the conversation is kind of being taken over by the men. So I think Miss,
Oh, she'll
you
get
have to
in.
also say something.
No, when he was saying that's all we saw.
Yeah.
Just before we left, I had a niece, and I'm not going to call you out, niece. I had a niece to say, "Oh my goodness, there must be animals running down the street in Africa." So I can't hold that against her. However, like you said, he taught history, and I think you taught maybe Black history, maybe a short period of time there before they took it out.
Yeah.
They just cut the class, but we just over there. They just don't know. So what I do, my video, my Facebook, that's all they're getting on there. They know about this is happening in Congo. I'm putting it out there. I'm putting it out there. So I want them to know that there's life here, there's resources here, there's opportunities here, and it's no different than them struggling over there where they are. Only the struggle here is knowing you're struggling with your people here. So that makes a big difference. But they've done us wrong. They kept Africa away from us. So how were we supposed to learn anything? We just couldn't learn.
Yeah.
So we're here trying to absorb everything that we can learn, and we have a family WhatsApp page, and we shoot stuff there. So the only way that we can help our people over there that really don't know a doggone thing about Africa is just keep it in front of them. Keep
Yeah.
it in front of them.
Right.
So that's what we try to do.
Well, you still made mention of opportunities in Africa and so forth. You know, Africa, I would say Africa is a developing continent. But you made mention of opportunities. Now that you are in Africa, what are some of the opportunities have you seen yourself in?
The opportunity can be a little of everything. I'm not here to try to get rich. I'm already rich. I'm rich here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
one thing that we've started a group. I don't want to call it an organization, called One Community. And that group of people are trying to find out more about the culture here. And we have Ghanans in the group, and they're trying to find out more about us here
Right.
so that we can connect. And
Right.
until we connect, we cannot become stronger. So an opportunity. So they network when they start networking together. So, but it's look. If you come here with some money, my whole dream. I'll tell you what my dream was. I told Doc. I said, man, if I could just go and have just $200,000, and then offer it to this young man. He has an idea. Bring me a proposal. Okay, here's $10,000. Go do it. But there are other ethnic groups that China, people in the other Chinese community. It's all family, and they have a board where people sit with money and loan money out to those in the community, and they're just billing all over the community. So I want to bring some, but I don't have $200,000. I'll let you know that now. I don't have that. But if I had the money, I would do something like that because I talk to a lot of young people that want to do things, but it's just about the money. They don't have it to do it. So, it, because this is almost like the pioneers that come into a whole place,
Yeah.
you know. So it's a lot that could be developed here. It's a
Yeah.
whole bunch. I have thousands of ideas in my head that wow, if we could do this, if we could do that. So just if people pool their money together, we could do a hell of a lot.
Yeah.
I want to flip Cape Coast. I would love to flip it completely.
What's that mean?
Well, to flip, I I I don't want to tell everybody my secret though.
Well, but you are
I
telling
can't
us.
tell you
Yeah.
the secret. I'll tell you. But for an example, I'm going into an investment with a couple of women, and I'm trying to get Ghana women to come in with that investment too. And we want to do big things. I'm just going to leave it as that. I'm not going to say. I'll talk to you later about what it is, but I'm not. I
Well,
would.
When it happens.
Miss Belcher doesn't want to tell us.
Yeah, it's coming.
It's coming. Well, when the first thing come, I need you there to come and just be there
Yeah.
and interview us.
So for now, it's a suspense.
It'll be happening in the next couple of months. In the next couple of months, something will be happening. But the thing
Yeah,
is,
keep them wanting to come back.
Yeah.
you know, but the thing is, we as diasporan here, if we all just pooled money together to do something, to hire, to train, to train, it's opportunities here. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
About once a month, I have a conversation with a young person who's born and raised here about why they should stay here rather than try to go to the UK or to the United States. Yeah, there's money. Yeah, okay. So, what are you qualified to do? What are your skills? How much can you earn in a month? Okay, you can earn this much. How much is your rent? How much is transportation? How much is food? How much is it going to cost you to get back and forth if you want to come home once in a while? How much can you send home? And when you look at it, this begins to look smaller and smaller. So when you go over there, then you've got the issues that are trying to get past. Uh, do you want to exchange the peace that we have found here for the rat race that you are about to enter?
yeah,
And their perception is as skewed as the one that we had. They think the United States and Great Britain is the land of milk and honey. It's not.
Well,
that's what it
I
portrays.
sometimes doesn't believe in that, but I have to also talk in a certain way because one, I have lived in Ghana for so many years. At least I've traveled to other countries and so forth, other African countries. I've never been to the West. I'm here to maybe if you take me there, fine.
I'll go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too. Yeah. Yeah.
or maybe anybody who's watching me want to
Yeah,
take
you
me
heard
there.
him.
Yeah.
Please.
There you go.
Just,
Sponsor
just,
him a trip.
Sponsored.
just
Sponsor a
like
trip.
Yeah.
2-month trip or maybe 3-month trip. I'm okay. Or even if 1 week, I'm okay.
No, you
Yeah.
don't go for 1 week, bro.
No,
No.
I'm not gonna stay.
Yeah. Three
But
months.
sometimes I would say the system in Africa, Ghana per se,
Hmm.
it's not helping some people in Ghana.
Yeah.
One, the politicians are the one ruling or ruining Ghana in a negative way
Mm-hmm.
because they are not making Ghana a very comfortable place for the youth
Yeah.
to stay in.
Right.
Okay.
Per my survey that I made last year, close to 400 Ghanaian youth left this country
Mm.
to the west to search for a greener pasture. So imagine when you are in a country or maybe a continent that each and every year you lose 400
Yeah.
people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you expect the continent to work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's probably more than that.
But this is how I expect it. You have to tell me the politician thing. As far as I think the voters, the ones that vote, have to realize what they're voting for, and more people have to get involved in that. And I don't know enough. I don't know enough about politics here, but politics are politics. I don't care where you go. It's the same. Politicians cutting their money out before it gets here, not thinking about the common people, and that.
You made a very good point for people that normally vote. But if a politician is coming to see you and give you their manifesto, read their manifestos for you, you might think that is what they're gonna do
Mm-hmm.
when they win
Mm-hmm.
power.
Mm-hmm. But when they
After
get
they
it,
win the power, they will do something else.
Yeah.
So you see, they kind of putting the Ghanaian youth in a tight corner that
mm-hmm.
there's nothing that they could
Mm-hmm.
do. So the best option for them is
It's
to
the
move or maybe leave the country,
mm-hmm.
go make money, and come back.
Now, as long
Yeah.
as they come back, that's the
Yeah.
key thing.
Yes.
To
That-
come back, send
yeah.
it back, let the money work here. Yeah, that's the key thing right
Yeah.
there.
But
And
yeah, I'm sorry. But
no,
what's the follow up? That those 400 that you surveyed,
Yeah.
how many of them? What's their life like in the West? And how many of them plan to actually come back? And so she's saying, all right, go for 3-4 years, get it out your system, and then come bring whatever back.
send it back.
Get an additional skill, save whatever you can, but bring it back. Because if you don't come back, it's like the the leaky faucet. The faucet keeps water is precious here.
Right.
And if your faucet is leaky, your waste, all of that goes to waste for here. It's benefiting somebody else, not here.
Yeah, and I think about also that there are some rich folks here. There's lots of rich people here, especially in what's the area called in Accra?
East Legon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
Or yeah.
yeah. If if they just pooled just a little of their money together to create some type of development thing for youth. And I understand why youths want to leave. Don't get me wrong. I understand. But I want to leave home too, though. When I was 17 to 18, I wanted to leave. I did leave. I moved to California, from Louisiana to California. Uh, but it wasn't as as stringent as it is here. It wasn't like that because when I was at home, I had food, I had water. My dad had his little money that he was bringing in or whatever.
Right.
But it wasn't like that. But I can't blame them for leaving. We can't blame them, but we do want to encourage them to go do it, make it, and send it back. Go do it, make it, and come back. Because I just looked at an Instagram today. I don't know if you know the Instagram where this guy goes around and interview all these rich people and said they made $1 billion this year or whatever.
Yeah.
And so the interviewer asked the guy, "Well, what would you tell young people today?" He said I would tell them to go to Africa. Oh, I took that and I sent it all over to everybody because he said Africa is probably the top 9 countries that this is
The
a continent.
economies.
Yeah, yeah. That they're trying to get in here to get. So if we don't protect what we have here, the continent is going to become weaker.
Well, sometimes I also feel bad about certain things like the rich people in Africa because the truth has to be told. I have a non-profit organization
Oh, do you?
that I normally do water boreholes and mechanized boreholes for villages or maybe
Mm-hmm.
other places that don't have good drinking water. I've read and also presented so many proposals
Mm-hmm.
to rich people in Africa,
Mm-hmm.
in Ghana per se,
Mm-hmm.
but none of them is willing to help.
Mm.
So you being an African youth, trying to help a community,
Mm-hmm.
trying to help people that have so many problems and wanted solutions to it, and you go see a rich man or a rich person to help, and the person is not helping you. One, Africa, I sometimes say is that 80% of the rich people in Ghana are selfish because they don't want to help the youth. They think when they help the youth will become them, and then they wouldn't have any control.
Oh, wow.
There'd be less for them.
Right.
Okay.
So you see the system that I'm talking about. So sometimes it's obvious. That is why I have met 2 educationists. Now, you being an educationist, how are we going to solve all those issues so that the people that are rich in Ghana, in Africa, will have a change of mind to help the youth to also develop their skills?
Okay. If I wish I had the answer, but I think there's probably 1,000 different answers, and because pick the opportunities. So with the borehole, then perhaps there's an opportunity there that if we get 3 people to to donate to you, then maybe there's a job for 3 youth helping with the borehole.
Right.
Maybe if there's an opportunity to buy the machine that does the boring, then there's an opportunity.
Right.
Maybe it's that if we can show them that there's money in trash removal,
Hmm.
there's money in recycling plastic and glass. Uh, so maybe if we can show them where the opportunities are, we can get 1 out of 10 to stay. So rather than 400 leaving, only 360 went. And that 40 will stay and do something. So we may not get them all, but if I can get 10%, but I got to be able to show them that this is worth your time and you can make a living. You may not get rich, but you can make a living.
Right.
Having a nonprofit is not an easy task. And it's not. I had a nonprofit in the States, and my nonprofit dealt with uh, underprivileged kids that live in the neighborhood. I did summer programs. I brought students from the university that came and taught engineering, whatever, whatever, whatever. And I bust my butt. I really did. And 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 I know I can market stuff, and I marketed like I don't know what. Yeah, and it hurt. It hurts when you are now, you know you're doing something. These kids are our future. I don't care how you look at it, they're our future. And then, you don't get any help from anybody. That's the hardest thing. But see, I didn't know you had an NGO. See, we need to hear more about your NGO.
Well,
We need to hear more about
That
your
would be nice.
yeah.
that huh.
Yeah.
We would know what.
Seriously speaking, I had one guy from America. Um, we met. I shot a naming ceremony for them. They came to Ghana and they were having their naming ceremony, and we met. Andrew Karamoko. The guy was so helpful. So far, so good. The guy has given us 2 boreholes that we've provided for a community, and I was able to send reports and everything to the guy accountability, everything was perfect. And the guy is here to do another borehole to add to the two to make three.
Congratulations.
Great.
So I will definitely use this opportunity to thank Karamoko for everything that they've done to the communities that needed a borehole at a time, and they said thank you. Secondly, the chief within the community was also willing to gift Karamoko a land. So he's here to come to Ghana to come and get a land freely.
Excellent, excellent, excellent.
It's free of charge. The chief is willing to dash land to Karamoko just to build or start anything that he wants to start on the land.
Wonderful.
So I would say thank you to Karamoko.
Yeah,
for
thank you.
helping us.
Thank you.
Yeah, so that's yeah. So, but it turned out to be a two-way street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and it should be a win-win situation, one way or the other. And I know somebody else with a nonprofit, and their funds are coming in from the state also. So my hats off to all NGOs that are dealing with the community, dealing with youth, and not just getting the money and doing whatever they want to do with it, because it's just needed. But I will talk more about your organization.
Right.
And what we would like you to do is come to our next meeting for One Community, which is the fourth Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we have, God has blessed us with, we started with 12 or 15 people.
15.
We have like 35 people coming now. Yeah.
No, sure, it was
It's
40.
Huh?
First meeting was 15.
Okay.
Second meeting was 25. Third meeting was 40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And anybody,
The next will be 100.
No,
well,
we're
yeah.
hoping for 50 or 55.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
even if you don't have it, that same 35 is good, because, you know, they're collaborating with each other, and some have hired somebody within the group,
Yeah.
you know, that kind of thing. And it's more about that than just that. But that's a wonderful
That's-
thing.
Yeah,
That's
and,
amazing.
and we
Yeah.
need people, Ghanaians,
Yeah, we do.
to be there also.
we do.
Because the idea was diasporans, Ghanaians forming
Yeah.
one community.
At least you want to bridge gaps. You want to.
Yeah,
learn your
exactly.
Culture. You have to learn our culture too.
Yes.
Exactly,
yes.
You
exactly,
probably have to. merge,
exactly,
You know.
Yes.
Just to
exactly.
learn so many things about
Yeah.
the continent and also the West too as well. You
Yes.
know, sometimes we cannot just come to Africa without any budget. So
Yeah.
I know when you were coming to Africa, you were having a budget before stepping foot in Africa. Let me say, moving to Africa permanently. So if you can just tell us something
Oh,
about
tell 'em
your
about
budget.
Tell about the budget, baby.
The
Talk about the budget.
yeah, the budget.
The budget.
We had our life savings,
Yeah.
and we had the sale of our principal residence, right? And so we tried to come over here debt free as best we could. So we have a small pot of money, but that small pot of money, most of it is geared toward building a homestead here.
Right.
Sorry, so that's most of that. But in addition to that, on a monthly basis, we find that we could probably.
What? Tell them about the budget. The budget to get here.
Oh, is that what he's after?
That's what I want to hear about. 'Cause
No.
this is what you set
Yeah.
your budget.
It's fine.
No,
We can get to that point. We
He's
can
talking
get-
about what
You mean here, or
Yeah.
do you mean the budget of
But-
how we got here?
Yes. And,
Yeah.
you know.
Okay, how we got here.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah, 2 years.
well,
2 years.
one airfare
No.
to start. No, we won't go there
no,
first.
No.
Okay,
You coming
the-
home and I going to work. That's how we got
Oh.
the money to get here.
it's a long story.
Yeah,
How
what
we
a
doing
year.
on time?
What a
Okay.
year.
Grinda and I, and particularly Grinda, were her mother's primary caregiver for about 10 years, the last 10 years that we were there. So I retired in 2021.
I don't know. 2 years before.
Anyway,
we
I retired in I think maybe 2022. And so when I retired, Grinda went back to work. And then I was the primary care for Grinda's mother. But what that allowed us to do was to save. So the money that she made, going, because I was telling her, don't go back to work. Let's just do what we got to do. No,
No.
when I get there, I want to do da, 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 da,
Yeah.
da. So she was willing to work to make it happen.
Yeah.
So she did that, and then I stayed with her mother. So
So I
she
was
worked an additional
so
job.
I was able to bank the checks that I made.
Yeah.
I banked them. I went to work and put up with hard-headed kids every day. It's okay, but I saw the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
I could do anything. I could do anything because it's 9 months. I could do anything in 9 months. I did.
It was teaching school.
Yes.
My dad normally tells me that women knows how to handle money more than men.
Yeah, I don't know about all that.
I think your dad is a smart guy. That's all I have to say. He's a smart guy.
She's better at it than
Because
me.
he wouldn't have had me to go back to work. But I knew that we needed money. You know, we needed money because we've done a lot, like shipping all that stuff over, 2 vehicles over, a container over. Where are we going to get that kind of money from?
Yeah,
You know,
the money that was saved allowed us to. There was a company in Houston, Texas called Reliable Enterprises that facilitated us with container, with the vehicle transport and the rest. But then even before we left, we had to fix up the house so that we could sell it. And so that was part of it.
So that means you sold your house
Yeah.
before coming to.
Yes.
we knew we weren't going back.
Yeah.
So how much did you sell the house?
We're not going to get,
Yeah.
you're not going to.
We got our money back.
We got our money back. We got our money back.
We got our money
Well,
back.
you
Yeah.
know, curiosity kills a cat. So I want to know.
So you're dead. So you're dead.
Yeah. So call me on a private conversation. But nothing, it wasn't.
Big
It wasn't $1 million house.
Mm-mm.
No, the house was a three-bedroom home,
Yeah.
4.
3,000 square feet. So
That's big.
by U.S. standards, it's a pretty big house, but not the mansions that you see
Well, I would say
in
it's
the
a
news.
mansion, you know.
Well, yeah, but
You know,
it's-
building
yeah.
this kind of house in Ghana will
Was
cost you a whole lot of money.
but I don't know your definition of a whole lot of money.
A whole lot.
But I see lots of houses being built
Yeah.
where it's, let's say, an Agendum and a Cebu,
Yeah.
big houses that over there would cost you this much. Here
Cost you
they
$1
cost you that much. So people can build bigger houses here than what they were living in the States.
So do you guys think building in America costs more than building in Ghana?
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
my
by
goodness.
far.
Ooh, look,
Yeah.
people are paying for like the lights you pay for in your home or your apartment, right?
Yeah.
People are paying $500 to $600 US a month. Okay, try to get that.
For
one.
electricity.
Try to just wrap your head around
You know,
that one.
when you charge us that money in Ghana, we're gonna kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So people are paying $3,000, $5,000 for house payments. Now I don't want to. That's another show. But back to the budget. So I worked for 2 years. Not for 2 years. For 9 months, we saved. We saved. And in the meantime, while we're doing that, we are studying Ghana all the way. We knew about the water. We knew about the lights. We knew about all that before coming. So that was not a surprise. But in the budget, we did our research and we knew what it was going to cost to ship the cars. We knew what it was going to cost for the container and all this stuff. So we budgeted it.
Yeah.
We did that.
And we knew the relative cost of stuff, like
Yeah.
the rent. Rent here is 10% of what it is in the United States. So rent, food, and fuel are our biggest expenses here. And if we cooked more than we ate out, it would go down also. But we eat out too much.
But we came here with a plan, and we came here with a budget,
Yeah.
and it was not like we could say, okay, well, we have $200,000 over in the bank. No, it wasn't not like that. And I have to tell people, some young men say, oh, you got a lot of money. I said, baby, if you only knew what it took for us to get here, we sacrificed. We sacrificed.
and we still
It was-
sacrifice.
yeah.
You know, you said you came here with a plan,
Uh-huh.
but did you ever have a backup plan? Because you said you sold your house
Uh-huh.
before coming to Ghana. So after selling the house and having your own plans, did you have a backup plan? Because I know probably maybe when you come to any continent or maybe any country, there might be ups and downs in or maybe challenges and so forth. So at least when you were coming with a plan, you might be having a backup plan. Did you had anything in mind?
As far as if I have to go back, that
Yes.
I got 3 daughters and a son. Get your butts over. I took care of you till you were 18, 19, 20. Mom and Daddy's coming home. So get that bedroom ready for us.
That's yeah.
Y'all hear that, don't you?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
but we had thought about. I had thought about trying to buy a duplex.
Yeah.
You know, but then I go. I just felt like America was getting ready to crumble, and it is. So because my daughter goes, yeah, Mom, buy one and you can rent out one and you come back and stay in the other one. And I finally told her, I'm not doing that. I'm gone for good. I'm in Africa. And then if anything should happen that I have to come back home, then you need to move your office down to the dining room because I'm taking your office. So, yeah.
Another challenging questions that I want to ask you. You just said you go back home when things fail. In the first place, you said Africa was your home.
Africa is my
Ghana
home.
was your
And
home.
I refer to you
So
as, I refer,
It's
I
kind
do that.
of
And I
having
have,
two homes.
I have, no, you know
Okay.
one thing, I hear myself saying that and I have to. But just think, I'm 76. Okay, I've only been here a year.
Right,
So I spent 75 years over there.
right.
So if they take you over to America and you've been here all your life, what are you going to call home?
Well,
You're gonna-
Africa is my home.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, you stay home.
yeah.
So it doesn't mean anything. It's just practice. Because I'm so used 75 years of my life, I was there. I was there.
Right.
And that brings me to another thing. Our oldest daughter said, Mom, when I was getting things together and everything, I said, I'm not taking that. I'm not. Why are you not taking that? She said, you can't go to Africa and just think that you just can be. I go, I'm not trying to go to Africa and be. I'm going to be me. Africa will learn me, and I will learn Africa. I would incorporate things. I don't intend to put on a miniskirt and high heel shoes. I don't need it. But we're the fiber that we are, right? But I know where I came from. Right.
My final two questions that I want to ask you. Is going to be one is going to be a complicated question. One question that I want to ask you is you sold your house, came to Africa. So probably you might have money to replace the house that you sold. Have you by chance built your own house in Ghana?
We're in the process.
You are building your own house.
Yes. Yes.
Well, I want to come there
Oh, you coming, baby?
to come see what.
Before the year is out.
Yes, maybe probably if next week or next 2 weeks I'll come to Ghana.
You
I
want
want
to come
I
over
want
to
to
the
come
country?
see. Yeah, I want to come see.
We want it to be ready.
Yeah.
It's
Well-
not ready to move in yet.
Well, it doesn't matter for me. I want to come see. I want to come.
We
and
can
move
work
in.
that
The question is, why do you want to come see?
Because I want to see it. I want to make sure that you are doing so well in the motherland. Okay.
We're doing well just because we're here.
Yeah.
And everything else is bonus and blessing. So, no,
Yeah.
the whole idea was to change the house that we were living in Texas and then build a house in Ghana. And so that's what we're doing. And so we're a few months from being able to move into it. But we can see, they hopefully before the month is out, they'll start putting the roof on it. And then once the roof gets on it, then we know the rest of the stuff will happen. But no, it was an exchange
Yeah.
for what we had to what we could do. And is it bigger? Yeah.
Is it more land?
Since you said it's so bigger, that means you are building like 6 bedrooms or 5 bedroom
No,
house.
3.
Ooh,
Three
and it's
bedrooms.
bigger.
Bigger bedrooms.
bigger bedroom.
Bigger bedrooms. I mean, it's just the two of us.
Oh.
And it's single story.
You have
Okay, so you guys have to reserve one for me because I have to come sleep there.
We got a tent for you in
no problems. There's no problem, son. You have a place
come,
to sleep.
you can come visit.
You
You can come visit.
You can come and spend the night if you want to.
Yeah.
Daddy, don't
Night.
be like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know what?
No,
I just want to claim one room
No.
for myself.
We know, that's what I'm saying. When he shows up with all of his equipment, then we know we have to put him out right away.
Then very soon
No.
I'll be sacked.
'Cause, yeah, there you go, quick. Come take a look, because
Yeah.
you got all of these other children
Yeah.
in line before you. So you're in the queue. You're
Yeah.
in the queue.
Right.
You're in the queue.
You know, another challenging question, our final question for me, my final question.
Sure.
You live in a fancy community,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Yes.
In a what community?
Fun.
A funky. Yeah.
Yeah.
The more funky girl.
Yeah.
So
And we've
don't
been
worry.
we're taking classes.
You're taking funky class.
Yes.
So we can speak.
Right.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
So now you close the interview in fancy. Let's go.
Close it.
Yes.
Bye, y'all.
No. No.
No, don't do it. Don't put me on the spot like that. Because my chief might be watching this.
You
Say
made
what?
mention.
Yeah, that's
You
it.
said
Yeah.
you can speak, right?
No.
Small,
I
small.
didn't say.
So-
I didn't say I can
Small,
speak.
small.
No. So say the small. Close the interview in small fancy.
Oh.
Good afternoon. Don't ask me.
Uh,
He's putting you on the spot. You shouldn't do that. Yo, you shouldn't do that.
let's go.
Yo.
Yes.
Yo. Yeah, I know,
He is putting us on the spot. Don't
love-
ask.
I'm not there yet.
I love having couples on my channel. So close the interview. Let's go.
It is so nice that you
No,
to watch this
What
interview
is it?
today.
It's so easy for me to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
Yeah.
It's just automatic, it comes out. Whereas if I try to learn, so well,
I have a
that's good morning.
Yeah. Watch is good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah.
And so, Ma Wu was good afternoon. And
Waha.
so,
Waha.
Waha is
Yes.
good evening, right?
Yes.
So,
So
Moha.
say goodbye.
yeah.
Say good evening.
Ma-
Let's say it back.
Ma-
That's
is
close
it
to the
Ma?
baby.
Momo Aju is good evening. Mowaha is good afternoon.
Momo Waha.
But we want to say
Did I
goodbye.
get it right?
Yeah.
Momo Waha.
Yes.
That's it. Yeah.
So guys, as you're watching, just subscribe to our channel.
Yes.
Make sure you check out their YouTube channel.
The Belcher's Appreciative Eye.
Okay, so we'll put it on the YouTube description. Make sure you support them. Make sure you follow them. Make sure you like everything about them too, because they are trying to, they are not even trying. They are preaching Africa to the world, just like what I'm doing. So make sure you support them as well. So guys, as you're watching, bye bye and keep subscribing.
Bye.